Hi, and welcome back to Neighborhood's Duelist. In today's video, I'm going to show you this radical new deck build that I came up with involving Traptrix and exosisters. This may seem weird, but I've actually built some pretty nice combos without using their special effects to special summon and lock out. Most of the deck is a 2 of. I'll go ahead and get started. The first card is 2 Traptrix Puticas. Normal summon, you can search for your field spell, the Traptrix Garden, and add to your hand. If it's special summon, you can target a card your opponent controls or a monster your opponent controls and then banish it, which works really good with the Pingacola. Because Pingacola has the ability that if you banish a card because of an effect, Pingacola can steal it and attach it to a selfless material. I only run 2 Parallel XZs. That's just in case if I want to have some extra builds. I especially love having one in hand whenever I bring out Traptrix Sarah, because then I'll go right into a Traptrix Rafflesia. Don't mind that, guys. That was a spider. I run 2 Traptrix Mantis. If it's normal summon, I can search for one Traptrix monster, add to hand from your deck. It has the ability, the quick effect, I can replace one card from my hand with a card that's face down in my spell and trap card zone, which comes in handy whenever I want to hurry up and bring out like Holtea. I run 2 Traptrix Mammalios. The normal summon is I can search for a whole trap card, and then the special summon effect is it's on summon that I can target one spell or trap your opponent controls and then destroy it. Even if they have nothing on their field, it's nice to use that effect when you have Sarah in the field, so that way you can lay down another trap. And of course, I run 1 Dionea, which has the effect that if it's normal summon, you could special summon back a level 4 monster from your graveyard in defense position. Special summon, you can lay down another trap card, but of course, if you don't use it, you got to banish it by the next end phase. But 9 times out of 10, I usually use that just to scare your opponent not to want to summon anything, for fear that I might trap hole it. 1 Arachnocampa, because it has the effect that you can protect your spell and traps. You can run it off of Traptrix Sarah. The only downside is this is the one card of the Traptrix cards that will lock you out of anything else for the deck, so I tend to try and use that on my opponent's turn. Of course, 1 Traptrix Garden. This allows you to have a second normal summon as long as one of them is a plant type monster. And then, of course, first time an insect or plant monster you control will be destroyed by battle each turn, it is not destroyed. You can banish 1 monster you control, special summon 1 monster from your hand or graveyard. You can only use this effect once per turn. Then I run 3 Traptrix Holteas, just to have extra monsters for bringing out my XE monsters. 1 Floodgate Trap Hole, and 2 Gravedigger's Trap Hole. And that's it for the Traptrix portion. Now on to Exosisters. Exosister Martha. If you control no monsters or only control XYZ monsters, you can special summon this card from your hand. If you do, special summon 1 Exosister Elise from your deck. You can now special summon monsters. This turn you activate this effect, except Exosister monsters. The second effect, basically every single Exosister monster has it, so I'll read that at the very end. 2 Elise. If you control an Exosister monster, you can special summon this card from your hand. Then if you control Stella, you gain 100 life points. Run 2 Stellas. During the main phase, I can special summon 1 Exosister monster from my hand. If I control Elise, I gain 100 life points. Exosister Sophia. I like having her in here because of the draw effect. You don't necessarily have to have the counterpart on the field to activate the first effect. It says if you control an Exosister monster, you can draw 1 card. If you control Exosister Irene, you gain 100 life points. and then Exosister Irene. I run one of. You can place one Exosister card from your hand to the bottom of your deck, draw one card. If you control Exosister Sophia, gain 800 life points. Now, if your opponent moves a card out of their graveyard except during a damage step, you can special summon from your extra deck one Exosister XYZ monster using this face-up card you control as material. This is treated as an XYZ summon. You only use each effect of Exosister Irene once per turn, and they basically all have that same effect. So I could literally, during my opponent's turn, use Exosister Vadis, bring out like two Exosister monsters. If they try to move a card out of the graveyard, boom, I got two XYZ summons on the opponent's turn. Then lock them out of whatever the effects of my XZ monsters can controls. And of course, I run two Ash Blossoms. Sorry, three Ash Blossoms. Best hand trap in the entire game, in my opinion. I will sometimes side these out for Droll if I go to locals. And then I run three Exosisters packs. During the main phase, pay 100 life points, add one Exosister card from your deck to your hand, except Exosisters packs. Then if you add a monster by its effect, you can special summon it if the other Exosister monster mentioned on it is on your field or in your graveyard. So what I usually do with this is if I have like Stella, Sophia, Irene, I'll normal summon them, then drop Exosister as a quick play, special summon the other monster, then activate the effects. Then I run two Exosister Eternias. If all monsters control Exosister monsters, minimum one, pay 800 life points, then target one card your opponent controls or in their graveyard and banish it. Then you can apply one of the following effects. Immediately after this effect resolves, XYZ summon one Exosister XYZ monster using monsters you control, or if you XYZ summon this turn, banish one card your opponent controls. I usually try to use this with Vadis, so that way I can get my special summons out, and then if the opponent, then I can use the effect to XZ summon in case the opponent does not activate graveyard effects, or add a card from their graveyard back to their hand or to the field. So Vadis is pay 800 life points, choose one Exosister monster from your deck, then take another Exosister monster from your deck that is mentioned on that monster and special summon both. But shuffle them both into the deck during the end phase. Also, for the rest of this turn, after this card resolves, you cannot special summon monsters from the extra deck except Exosister monsters. You can only activate one Exosister Vadis per turn. And then I run two Infinite Impermanences, and then two Evenly Matched. That's it for the main deck. Let's get into the side deck here, or extra deck, sorry. You want to run at least two Traptrix. It's unaffected by trap effects. If you activate if a normal trap is activated, you can special summon one Traptrix monster from your deck with a different name than the card you control. Or if your other Traptrix monster's effect is activated, I can set one whole trap directly from the deck. Then I run one Adipus because it has the effect to boost every Traptrix monster with an extra 1,000 attack points. And it has the effect that I can negate a certain amount of cards the opponent controls, up to the number of effect monsters I control. And then I can also banish one double trap from my graveyard, and if I do, destroy one of the target face-up cards. Underworld Gods of Closed World. Very easy to get out with this deck, I've noticed. Especially if the opponent has a monster on the field, and I have like a field full of monsters that I no longer need the effects for. Boom, there's my 3,000 attack, my negate, the unaffected by cards unless it's being targeted. I run one Rafflesia, has the effect that cannot target other Traptrix monsters I control with effects. I usually use that because a lot of people at locals like to run Nibiru against Traptrix players. I always say that I will never tell people what I'm running until they see it, and the second they see it I'm running Traptrix, they instantly side in their Nibirus for turn 2. So Rafflesia I bring out to scare the opponents not to know in full well I run Gravedigger's Trap Hole, that I will negate their Nibiru and cost them another 2,000 life points. 1 Traptrix Pingacola. The effect is attach material, search for a Traptrix monster, add to your hand. But it has the other effect that if I banish a bonus card because of an effect, I can attach to this card's material, which I usually do just so I can steal the opponent's cards, which is a lot of fun to do. I won 1 Exosister Jabrine. Has the effect that I can attach material. All Exosister monsters I control gain 800 attack until the end of this turn. And if I control this card that was XYZ summoned this turn by using Exosister monster as material, you can target 1 effect monster player controls, negate its effects to the end of this turn. 1 Exosister Astrophil. If this card is XYZ summoned, neither player can activate card effects in the graveyard this turn. And then I can attach 1 material from this card, target 1 monster your opponent controls, return it to the hand. 1 Exosister Caspatel. This one has the effect neither player can special summon monster from the graveyard for the rest of this turn. I can attach 1 material from this card, add 1 Exosister monster from my deck to my hand. 1 Exosister Michaelis. I can target 1 card your opponent controls or in the graveyard, banish it, and then I can attach 1 material from this card, add an Exosister spell or trap from deck to hand. And of course, 1 Exosister Magnifica. This has some pretty good effects. Must be XYZ summoned for the above materials. This card can make a second attack each battle. Once per turn, quick effect, I can attach 1 material from this card, banish 1 card your opponent controls. When your opponent activates a card or effect, quick effect, I can return 1 XYZ monster I control attached to this card to the extra deck, then special summon it using this card as you control as material. This is trans XYZ summon. Transfer this card's material to that special summon monster. And now for the extras. 1 Abyss Dweller for the effect to turn off the opponent's graveyard's effects, of course. 1 Baguska to stall, just in case if I don't have the hand I want. 1 Time Thief Redoer, because like I said before, I like to steal the opponent's cards. And then 1 Divine Arsenal Azu Sky Thunder, which has the effect to quick effect, detach 2 materials from this card, send all other cards from the field to their graveyard. So it's nice when the opponent tries to build a board on the next turn, boom, activate its effects. And then wait until my next turn to attack directly, sometimes even for game. Now that's it for the build. So now I am going to go ahead and get ready to do a test hand to show you how this deck works. Alrighty. Alright. Number 7 Pudica. Activate the effect to search for Traptrix Garden. Where are you at? It's always at the top of the deck. Of course, activate your Traptrix Garden. Then you take your Pudica, link it off for Traptrix Sierra. Because you link summon, you can special summon Parallel XD to where the link monster points to. Parallel XD's effect, activate the effect to special summon another Parallel XD from the deck. And now they both become 4 stars Only half their attack and defense, but that's okay. That's not what you're worried about. Now you're going to take this. You're going to XD summon into your Rafflesia, just in case if you have to deal with Nibiru. No summon Sophia, quick effect Pax. I'm going to special summon Irene from deck. I'm going to use Sophia's effect, draw one card, gain 800 life points. And let's see now. Now I'm going to take these two into Michaelis. And detach material. Search for a spell a trap. I'm going to search for Exosister Vadis. Then I'm going to set, and then I'm going to set. Go to turn 2. Opponent tries to activate a hand effect or anything from hand. Detach materials. We'll send Gravedigger's Trap Pool to the grave. Trigger Seer's effect. We'll set a Holtea. Then I'm going to activate Exosister Vadis. I'll special summon Alice and Stella. And now because I activated a trap effect, trigger Seer again. And I'll special summon, let's say, Pudica. So that way I can banish a monster your opponent controls. Now already, just on your opponent's turn, you pretty much have a full board. Now we're going to go to your turn. Draw. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. 5 if the opponent has a card. Underworld Gods of Closed World. No summon Mamela. Mamela's effect, search for a trap. So we'll grab another Holtea. I'm going to activate the Holtea from earlier. Take these two. Put them into Caspatel. Detach material. Search for excess monster. We'll grab Martha just in case. I'm going to switch Rafflesia to attack mode. So we're going to take Michaelis and Caspatel. And put them into Exosister Magnifica. Let's say I decide to go to battle phase. Attack twice with Magnifica. Attack with Underworld Gods of Closed World. Main phase 2. We'll just put Divine Arsenal Zeus Sky Thunder on top of Rafflesia. And within your 2 turns, you have your top Exosister monster, your top Lake monster, and your top XE monster on the field. There is no way you could lose with a deck like this. And as always, thank you guys for joining me, and have a great day.